Hello, my name is Deanne White. I am the principal broker and owner of Lotus Real Estate Brokerage. My company, Lotus, has worked diligently to gain several government contracts with Metro Davidson County, along with the Metro Development and Housing Agency. We were co-awarded a contract back in February of this year with a mega business. We worked over 6 months in order to be able to maintain this particular contract and make sure that it came to fruition. Due to the Metro requirements for a percentage to be awarded to a small business, this company was able to receive 100%. The mega business was able to receive 100%. However, the 14% that was supposed to come to our company was not awarded. And however, upon them being awarded, they stopped all communications along with the Metro Davidson County buyer. So there's a buyer that goes in and handles kind of these contracts for Metro. He stopped communicating along with our liaison for small businesses. So all three were on the contract, the mega business, the buyer for Metro, and along with the small business liaison that were on the contract. So none of them, will respond to any emails or text messages. And my concern and the reason why I care about this, is after doing some research, I was able to find that, this is typically the norm is for these businesses to go after, major contracts and then turn around and say they're going to include this particular small business. They'll name a certain amount, and then there's a certain amount in the contract, a percentage that they're supposed to give each company that participates with them. What they do, they go ahead and get a letter of intent to award. All that's completed by the small business, and once those things are completed, they submit all that into Metro as far as for payment and all that stuff requirements. And apparently, after talking to other small businesses and also looking up the history of the company that we were awarded with, this is not the first time that this is taking place. But what ends up happening is they are awarded the money, and then they stop communicating or say they haven't been able to, do any type of business with who they're awarded with. They, carry on a contract for 3 to 4 years, 5 years, and then turn around and go back out and get more money again when the contract comes up. Say they're going to use this particular small business, don't use them, and just keep, keeping the whole pot. But yeah, it's the norm, it seems, for Metro Davidson County, along with Metro Board of Education. I have had some issues with MDHA, but not on an actual reward, just on an RFP, request to be able to do the contract, not having details, not providing correct information, and unable to provide information. And I also have talked to other small businesses that were given misleading information where it made it where they were not awarded because of how the information was disseminated, whether or not it was through the marketplace or someone directly. And so they're just repeatedly awarded this money. They're not held to any accountability to pay the small business. And, they're only awarded again because of the contingency. They were only awarded because of their contingency to maintain a relationship with my small business. And so it's an issue that brings about disparity within our commerce within our city. While there's disparity of funds being distributed to, Metro small businesses, this money is going to the mega businesses. And specifically, I'm speaking firsthand regarding the new Nissan Stadium. The Titan Stadium, is one of the one of the, situations with this contract. And then, this is our taxpayer money that is going in to fund these big businesses, mega businesses that are coming in. The mega businesses are coming in. They're promising to go ahead and maintain a relationship with the small businesses that are in town, getting the money and not funding any of it, along with, not returning any calls, not giving any explanation or anything like that. And so, the best solution would be for there to be a public forum to discuss, all of the all of the feedback, all of the statuses and up-to-date information on these contracts, so that we would be able to have like a checks and balances. If you're awarded $22 million and the $22 million goes to you, but you say that, there's supposed to be 30% of it going out to a small business, then that 30% needs to actually go to that small business if they work in conjunction with you to be able to carry out the contract, versus you using the vendor or whoever it is that you would like to pay, and not paying them, with our Metro Davidson County funds. My business and other small businesses are added to the contract, solely with these mega businesses to share in the payout. They would not receive these funds if they were not putting down on the contract that they were going to actually participate. So this is like taxpayer money, our money, and there just really needs to be a checks and balances system. Again, Metro Davidson County should award the percentage allotted to the business, and they can keep it in their actual, account, Metro's account, and then billing can be submitted, invoicing and everything like that can be submitted in by the small business, and Metro Davidson County pay them out directly for the percentage that they were awarded with the work that they do, versus giving the money to the mega business and hoping that the mega business will actually pay out the small business that they received the award for, contingent upon the relationship. So thank you for your time. And I hope that this has enlightened you regarding how funds are being allocated to mega businesses, big businesses within Davidson County, Nashville, Tennessee, and they are not being distributed properly to small businesses.